Hi, I'm Sarah Lynn U. Argro, and I'm your host for Talking Real, Conversation for Today's Working Woman. And the conversation for today's working woman is what we are really looking to have. Each week, we're asking you to send in your topics, conversation that you would like to hear, or someone that you would like to see. Today, our first guest is going to be Amanda Granger, and Amanda is the online editor for Savannah Morning News, savannahnow.com. Hi, Amanda.
Hello there.
Hi, it's nice to have you on our very first webcast today.
Thank you. It's a
How are you
pleasure.
doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. We're going to talk today about being indefatigable women.
What a word.
Yes, it is a word.
Mm-hmm.
And I was first introduced to that word probably about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman was actually describing myself as an indefatigable woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I, of course, went to dictionary.com to look that word up. And the meaning of that word was talking about never tiring, actually being a woman that was weariless.
Mm-hmm.
And reading a little bit about your bio, I have found that you are truly an indefatigable woman.
Well,
and I
thank you.
say that to say, I did not even realize that you were a woman that was married 15 years. You look so young.
Well, I am young. I think I just married a little younger than most women do. But
Okay.
yes, ma'am, 15 years.
Okay, and that all in itself is a milestone.
Yes,
Nowadays,
yes.
with the rate of divorce and what have you and
Right.
everything. So with that being said, I thought it would be good to interview you first for Talking Real. And since the conversation is talking about today's working woman, I thought, why not, since Savannah Now has given me the opportunity to do this webcast, why not interview the first person that actually worked with me and talk with me about doing the actual show?
Okay.
And with that being said, if you would just tell us a little bit of something about yourself.
Well, like you said, I'm the digital media manager at the Savannah Morning News. I've been here for about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
Before that, I was in TV. I was a TV producer for a good bit of my career, but I
Okay.
decided that I liked the world of the internet, you know, websites, and so I kind of taught myself how to do web pages and that sort of thing,
Okay.
and it just kind of, you know, went from there.
Okay, so what would you tell a young woman right now if she was either wanting to be in the media as far as being in front of the TV camera or being behind the camera, or even as to the aspect of what you're doing now as far as being the digital media manager? What would you tell her to do as far as to start her career?
First, she needs to be sure that that's what she wants to do.
Okay.
People think that it's easy sometimes, I think,
Okay.
but you got to be willing to pay your dues. I mean, I worked every shift there is. I mean, whether it was overnight, middle of the night, whatever. I mean, you got to be willing to work, and you got to start at the bottom. This journalism, it doesn't pay a lot of money, especially when you start. And I think people, even anchors, you sometimes you think that they make a lot of money because they're on TV. No,
Okay.
that's not the case. So you just have to be sure. You gotta love it. You gotta
Okay.
love what you do. Because you're not going to be compensated, you know, what you might think. So get ready to pay your dues and be sure that's what you want to do.
Personally, when I was working at Burger King, I always saw myself beyond that point.
right.
And there's nothing wrong with the Burger King, but then sometimes we want to be in front of the TV camera or behind the camera, or sometimes we want to be maybe behind a desk. So what type of tips would you say to that woman that was actually looking to move and maybe enhance her career in the areas as far as something that personally helped you?
You got to be willing to work. You got to be humble. You know, you
Yes.
can't go into a workplace thinking that you know it all.
Yes.
You know, because people won't want to work with you. You know, you got to surround yourself with the right people, even if you don't have a degree, but you want to do this. Go volunteer. You know,
Okay.
you don't have to be paid for everything. If this is what you know you want to do, just go volunteer. Just get around those people. Call me. Say, you know, Amanda, I really want to get into digital journalism. Can I just come shadow you? Can I?
So
just
now are
come?
you actually putting that out there for somebody to call you and volunteer?
I don't mind, you know, people coming
Okay.
to shadow me. I don't mind showing people what I do.
And I want to talk about basically maybe something about your home life. Just a little bit about your son and your daughter.
I have two daughters.
Two daughters,
I have
okay.
two daughters. They're 10 and 7.
Okay.
They're my little women because of the type of job I have. I mean, I work a lot. Even when I'm not at work, I'm still working. And that's where my husband comes into play. He's a great support. I couldn't do this without him. My children, I can't say enough about having a good daddy. You know what I mean? They couldn't do it without their daddy either. So.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my girls.
Okay. And sounds like you have a great husband as well.
I do. He's a sweetheart.
Sounds like a great support for us.
Yeah, he really is.
Well, Amanda, thank you for being on the show today, and I've certainly enjoyed interviewing you. Thank you for being the very first interviewee, and thank you for being that indefatigable woman
Thank you.
as well.
Thank you.